This is Houston, contact with a test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of test.
Hello, and we're finally mute before we come online for once. Unmute, I should say. So, we had a document we were going to look at real quick. The plans, you see.
He says, good evening.
Here were the future plans that were mentioned.
So, skipping right to Minmus Return.
Let's see, these were the plans here. We got our Minmus robotic landing. Oh, Minmus Return. We could go to Minmus Return. Yeah, sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Moon, Minmus, meh. So, Lunar Return will break me, he says. Well, I don't think we have enough. Well, I'm Minmus, Moon, one or the other. Well, we can certainly do a Minmus instead, because that's the beauty of being able to replan. I'm not quite sure if we're going to have enough Delta V to get back, though, especially with the extra weight of the capsule and such.
Minmus Return will break you. Just being realistic since it's your first time.
Right.
One of those spheres out there. Capsule, question mark.
Oh, you're saying just do a robotic? Yeah, I guess it was a robotic return, so no capsule. Just do what we did last time, but try and get back. Right? That's the plan. Do what we did, try and get back. That's the new plan.
Look at plans.
Scrap with the plan. There we go. Yes, Minmus Return robotic return. Yeah, I can't point at it anyway. It's up there in the corner.
Alright, gotta put the pizza in the oven.
Alright, cool.
Hi, new people in that room.
Well, that's a bonus, because then we don't have to spend a whole lot of time in the VAB. We'll just relaunch our last one.
Oh, that's good. That's a bonus.
Plan change. Alright, cool.
Okay, we have to change down at the bottom. The moon landing.
What, the
episode?
Yeah, I'll edit that afterwards.
Right.
I guess we can change it now. I don't know. That's while we're waiting on him. There we go. Well, now we're going to Minmus.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, let's see.
Go see what your rocket looks like.
Well, since he's got the thing in the oven, let us, perhaps we should revisit the details of a proper Minmus landing animation here. Don't do this. I wish I could pause these and talk about them, but it doesn't do that.
Why are you making the music for her?
I don't know. Sing it along.
Cut throttle, brace for impact. Heavy bounce, vertical stall.
Well,
that's pretty much what you do. Bonk. Weird pitch. SNES music continue. Plan change, yes. He's going for Minmus landing.
Yeah, I know the pitch changed slightly, but you know, that's just because I couldn't read the details and go by too fast. So I slowed it down about 10%. Sorry about that.
He does that. He speeds things up and slows things down all the time.
All right, let us jump right into the Do
There's
we hear
already
the music?
baby.
All right, cool. All right, let's see. Minmus Lander.
I missed about why, but I thought it was an intentional avoid copyright. Yes.
Oh, I don't know. It was be able to initially so I could read it.
Despite me checking the SNES music to be okay.
Well, we'll see. I haven't uploaded it to YouTube yet, so we'll see if they complain. This is going to be Minmus Lander 2? Minmus Return 1? Maybe Minmus Return 1 then.
He said it was okay for him. It's okay for me.
Well, true. I guess they do it for even the unlisted ones, right? They check them for the unlisted. Kind of self-explanatory. Should we give it just a little bit more gas? I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about running out of gas with this little tank here.
So no Kerbals are going to be killed in this one?
No.
Basic,
No.
classic flavor Minmus Return 1.
That reminds me.
Basic, classic flavor. Well, you did modify this one, he said.
Yeah.
This is like MK2 Lander.
Let's see. You go there, and you go there, and you go back over there.
Mark 2.
That was one of the ones we wanted to check. Engine, towers, dingus, other dingus. I think our boosters, did they explode last time when we did the separation? I think they did.
Yes.
Less trash, right?
Trash their universe.
We're not
You
going
asked
to
me.
trash their
You
universe.
know.
I do believe they blew up. They
Of
smacked
course he's
into each
asking
other
you. I don't have
afterwards.
any clues.
They smacked into each other afterwards.
Did they explode last time, says the captain?
Well.
Well,
Yeah, I do believe they did, but I'm not quite sure where I need to put these guys. I think maybe more right on the center, maybe. So that they, I thought they were going to fall away like the other ones, but they don't do that. They always go poo.
post-separation
smack.
collisions can be fine if it's not the vessel.
As long as it's far enough behind you, right? And you don't catch any flack from it. So we all know this will get to Minmus. We know it all, right? We got all that. We just wanted to stage it, right? So
I don't know. Is that what you want to do?
I wanted to double check the stage and put the fairing up here, because that's the last thing we did was change the staging at launch. So let's do that here and save it. Dead. Sorry. Plan on return.
This is a guess I have to ask. He doesn't have a plan.
Well,
Well,
that was the thing. That's the thing. I think this here tank is a little bit small to land and return
he
safely.
said it was too small last time since it's
Yeah.
only a descent stage.
Yeah. So let's
It was just enough to get down. Just enough to get down.
Woo-doo-doo.
So, how many flippin' tanks can you put on there?
Until I run out of my part limit.
Oh,
But, I could just put one more, because otherwise I'll change the geometry too much.
just enough for the fleet.
There we go. So we knew this was enough for landing. Hopefully that'll be enough for return.
Fleet city.
Let's see, it says 650.
I don't know,
So
somebody censored you with a bunch of stars.
what? What I say?
I'm echoing, not you, Melted Clown.
Oh, I don't know. Alright. So hopefully this will be a combined 650. Should be enough to get back off of Minmus and return. Everybody keeps saying how easy it is with the backpack.
Oh boy, I just
What?
looked at what he did. Yeah, I don't know. Pay attention.
What, you don't like? I just added a tank. Well, but I don't know. I guess we did have a lot of fuel left over last time. Careful now, don't get distracted. Think I need that?
Who are you asking?
I'm Mr. Clowns. You think I need more fuel? I thought I maybe just didn't check the landed Minmus lander. Sure. Save that. Run out to the tracking station right quick. Let's do that.
Let's see how much fuel it had on the surface. I sound like I'm in a tunnel.
I don't know. That's that mic. I think it's.
This is a good mic. What the heck?
Well, it's not very close to your face, and it's meant to be closer to your face.
Yeah, but if I'm close to it, it sounds worse.
Well, I don't know. So you fly the Minmus lander. Let's see. Doodly-doo, 915, nearly 1,000 EV. I think that should be enough to get off the surface and get back. Right-click the tank.
Right-click on the tank.
Doodly-doo. Low priority. Is there two? No, that's the other thing. The arrow shell left over.
Possibly keeping them both open/pinned.
What other tank?
Okay. So that's the SH, the shell on the lander.
Yeah.
The shell is on the lander, question mark?
I suppose. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Why?
I just did it upside down. The shell should be underneath here and cover all the legs. You can come out a little bit wider and all that. We can do that.
Not even. Or not even. I'm not sure.
Well, I suppose we could leave it off. We flew relatively reasonably without one. Alright.
Like the shell ring should be on the vessel, not the lander.
Yeah, okay. We can do that on another one. We'll make that change.
Shell ring should have been disposed of as soon as possible.
Is there some separate way of disposing of it other than the usual whatchamadoodle decoupler?
Since every
it's welded.
little bit of the lander is just another thing that makes you land harder.
Yeah.
Nope, it's welded to what you attached it to.
Alright, so let's go make those quick changes. Back to the trekking station. And back to the VAB.
Okay, we got some pretty decent fuel left over.
Alright. there's the unmodified.
You could probably even get back into orbit with the unmodified Minmus lander. Hi, new person that came in. Rename this, he says. Since you're changing it.
Yeah, this is going to be the return one. Return one. Sure, why not? Yeah.
Minmus Express Return.
So
It's
let's
closer
see.
than you think.
So that's our whole lander, because the engine's inside here. So we want the aero shell on that side, and a fuel tank there. And then we will delete the flaring and then build the flaring, and we can go, I don't know, what do you think, like about there-ish?
Wow. What is that for?
Aerodynamics.
Air. There you go. That's more like it. Milton Clown says. I'm gonna keep my opinion
That's the
to
big
myself.
old dangerous looking rocket right there.
Oh man, he went pretty far out.
Well, I wanted to cover the landing legs. Let's see. Why don't you let me?
Wait, away from face. Not for use by children. Do not use indoor.
Oh, that's a little. Here, I should come look at this a little closer. That's what's the problem there.
Sure, get it closer to us so we can see.
Oh.
I can't help coughing and laughing so hard.
There you go. That's not quite so far out.
Alright, that looks good.
Protects
Far
all our
out.
far out, man.
That's more like it, Ian.
Alright.
Looks professional.
Don't it? Alright.
Oh.
Big pokey stick. Let's double check the aerodynamics now that we changed that. Still pretty decent. Pretty much the same. Alright. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're ready. Let's go launch this puppy. Where's my clamp? I'm missing my clamp.
What clamp?
The clamp that holds the thing down. There's the die.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
well, whatever. I'll be okay.
Will you?
Sure, why not?
The clamp. I don't know what the clamp is.
It
He
holds
needs to
the
show us what the
controller
clamp
stand.
is.
Well, if I could show you, I would have it.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Give him the clamp.
It's around here somewhere. That's just a little rectangular piece of plastic. Alright, or hook-shaped piece of plastic, I guess I should say.
We got a lot of pieces of plastic around here, I gotta say.
Did we double check our staging? Ah, dang it, staging.
And you took it out there.
Get that staging right.
38 seconds ago.
That wasn't too bad.
So we doing the orbital Hoffman transfer, etc.? Question mark?
Ideally.
Ideally.
I guess ideally. I don't know any other Hoffman transfer. I don't know any other plan. Yeah,
AKA
exactly.
standard plan. Okay. Is normal as always. There's also direct injection.
Yeah, that takes a little bit more planning, doesn't it? So that you're flying right at the right time.
But you need a powerful rocket for direct injection. He just likes saying direct injection.
Or at least typing it. Alright, now we're ready to launch, right? We got everything good to go.
And planning, yeah. Direct injection is fun. Yeah, it is.
I
It's
guess
just shooting straight up at max speed.
at the right time.
But
Alright, staging looks good. Guidance is go.
targeted attack.
Get our countdown dingus going.
I can actually see what's going on. Yay, got glasses.
Alright, full throttle.
Full throttle. Go for launch.
We're launched. We're cruising.
I'm actually seeing it in real time too.
Are you?
For the
That's
first time ever.
Alright. When we get to the... Was it 5,000?
I don't know,
Yeah, it was
Mr.
5,000.
Pie has a different... Don't jinx it. I don't jinx nothing.
Alright, beginning roll program. Gentle eastward guidance.
Makes my butt pucker too.
Uh-huh.
What the hell?
Stage separation.
Oof, looks like it's all on
Oh,
fire.
careful now, careful now, careful
Uh-oh,
now. Oh, oh,
uh-oh,
oh, 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 oh,
uh-oh.
oh, 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 oh. Get her back, get her back. Okay, good, yay. She's back in line.
I think you might have a chronic condition. You think I might have a chronic condition? Butt puckering?
Alright, cool. Let's get ourselves pointed where we're going.
No, my butt's cool.
That's
Be
good.
right back, pizza.
We're just doing our ascent, that's okay.
Ascent, don't die.
Our ascent. Alright, we got ourselves angled finally.
Go Eagles. Ow.
Alright. We should be cracking the atmosphere shortly. Alright, let's save our...
Don't die. Oh, you died. You died. So why don't you take that button off?
Well, let's just go ahead and deploy that, why not?
Oh.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know if we've got enough at all at this point, but let's check. We got a decent apoapsis at least. Let's add a maneuver. Get ourselves into an orbit. That's decent enough orbit. So you save as much delta V as possible.
Do you set yourself up for failure?
No.
Are you sure?
Uh-huh. Alright. That's about right. Alright. Get ourselves into a safe orbit. Hopefully we got enough delta V to get there. And that was horrendous. No, it was a beautiful flight. It was a great ascent. It was wonderful. Everyone, it was so magical. And here we go, coming up on the orbital insertion burn with our new rocket that looks very insertion-ish.
My face hurts from laughing at you already.
I tell you, I just push whatever button my finger's hovering over.
Well, stop it.
If I have it on the wrong button at the wrong time.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to take that button
I'm
off.
gonna have to do something different.
Change.
Quit pushing buttons. The wrong one.
What button did you press?
I pressed the wrong one. But hopefully we got enough Delta V. Oh, you'll have to wait for the replay now.
What happened?
We can't go back. There's no going back.
You'll have to watch it. You'll have to just watch it. It's called reverting.
No, I think we're okay. I mean, it was wrong, but, you know, we just blew away some spare fuel. Spare, I say. Alright, finger on the right button.
Make sure your fingers are on the right button. I'm checking the video now. You can see his horrible reaction, yes.
It takes me forever to figure out what to do. Should just have this one big button to shut down engines. Stop screwing up, shut down engines.
Oh.
Throttling backish.
Large button autopilot.
That's good enough. What did you saw? What the hell? That's called an improper stage. I staged.
Abort.
What? Why abort? What's to abort?
Mission failure. He's not gonna accept failure.
Failure is not an option. I mean, I know we've only got
You said you
394.
destroyed part of your rocket.
Yeah, and it was the part I was done using. Well, what else am I gonna do? Just burn up in the atmosphere?
You don't have.
What am I gonna do to abort? You want to just revert? That's no fun. Burn it up in orbit. Just blow all that cash.
Okay, Captain.
But everybody wants to see us burn up in orbit.
Yeah, they do. Everybody likes to see it.
Let's go see us
for
just
real.
burn up. Why not? I know, we're blowing a bunch of gas.
Since it went so well. That face.
We're just gonna retro right into the planet.
Oh, are you?
Well, let's make it skim across the surface of the atmosphere at least.
Boy. But doesn't that make you lose? Wait, you saying? Doesn't that make you lose a bunch of stuff?
Well, we'd burn up the cost of the of the spacecraft. Aborting. We're ditching the aircraft to save the poor minions. We're not just gonna like leave it up in space for them, right? I guess we could just leave it up in space. Another satellite.
Oh, you really are a stubborn one, aren't you? You have no earthly idea how stubborn one human can be.
But everybody wants to see something burn up.
You don't want to revert.
No, I don't want to revert.
No, you don't want to revert.
No, I don't want to orbit.
No, I don't want to abort. No, I don't want to do anything you're suggesting. I'm going to do something that's completely off the wall.
Let's see it go whizzing through the atmosphere. It'll be cool.
Just freeze in time and space.
Oh, it'll be cool.
It'll be cool.
Why are you repeating what I'm saying?
Because it's funny. Sure, because it's very funny. What you think is funny and what I think is funny are two different things sometimes.
Sometimes. Much of the time. Everybody wants to see something burn up into orbit. We're giving them what they want.
Give the people what they want.
I mean, this is what would be real, right? It's not like you can just revert and just rewind time in real world.
You go,
You
stubborn
gotta do
boy.
something with it.
Well, Mo, you did think my instructional video was funny, which I could laugh about it. I loved it. Wish I could laugh. Oh.
Oh, we'll get there. We're just, in fact, you know, it doesn't really matter when I start this burn, right? Because we're just
He's gonna
ditching
do it all over again.
Yeah, we're gonna take off here in a second again anyway.
Since it was just a craft like falling over. No, it was good.
2-second burn, really? Four, three, two, one.
It was a good animation.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I was always that one kid that didn't laugh at the cartoon. And I'm the one that was dumb in the back, always laughing.
Let's see. Well, I guess we should put out our gear.
I'm pretty. You don't know that, though.
Where's our planet? There we are. Alright. This is supposedly retrograde,
Hey,
right?
grab that air. Use them feelers.
We're still 500,000 miles up. Let us work forward, yes. Whee!
500,000 miles. Wow. Miles. Meters.
Meters. Get our butt turned the other way. And since we don't have no heat shield,
Aww.
maybe we can slow down since we don't have a heat shield. Oh, that was weird. Alright. Let's see. Got our legs out. Cruising along.
Disposal in progress.
Yeah, pretty much. See, it looks like we're going to ditch it. Oh, we got to ditch it quick. We got to ditch it quick.
For loss of signal.
Oh no, we got to ditch it while we're over the ocean. We gotta fire retro. That'll help slow us down. I would rather ditch in the ocean than explode in the atmosphere. But I'm running out of fuel.
Yeah.
Actually, I got fuel left in the lander.
Oh, you're gonna kill people.
I'm trying not to. But I did blow that thing off into the distance, so...
From a distance.
Oh yeah, we're gonna land. Sure. We'll land safely, right?
Kills one random fisherman.
Hey, at least we're slowing down so we're not burning up on re-entry. Although we
Retro
got
rocket landing, go!
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. We're about to run out of fuel, and we're falling out of the sky. Whee! Falling out of the sky! Alright, well...
I wonder if this lander could hover. Part of me thinks it could.
If it had fuel, perhaps.
Even
Hovering
on Kerbal?
on Kerbal atmosphere? I don't know.
I think we're on Kerbal.
Yep, we're about to crash into the Kerbal Ocean. Safely disposing of our useless punk of junk. Because I pushed the wrong button at the wrong time. But at least we didn't burn up, hey? Nice little retro,
I think once it gets like halfway through the fuel, it can hover.
on the surface? Because it is the vacuum engine. So I don't think it's going to do much of anything on the surface. Let's see. Maybe we put our gear up now?
It's got a good TRW, I think.
Do we need our gear out, maybe? Is there a light I can turn on? Let us observe the mystery goo. Observing mystery goo. Transmit mystery goo! Transmit data! Oh, no usable incoms range. Ah!
Seriously, what?
I thought maybe we could observe some mystery goo as we fell into the ocean. And smash!
Nobody came in to see you smash.
Alright. So now we revert to launch, right? Have to make it all the way back and then
Splash,
revert to
not
launch.
fire. 1
All
hour
right.
later.
We are back. It's only 36 minutes. We're doing good.
38 by my calculations, but got it.
Alright, guidance. Throttle. We're all good in the stage. Countdown has begun.
36 minutes and we dunked a donut. Man, I miss Dunkin' Donut cannolis so bad.
Alright,
so
we're off
good.
to bed.
What the hell have we been doing for 30 minutes? I don't know.
Compensating for bad button pushes.
Where did the time go? Time goes fast when you're having fun.
Trying to roll program here.
Try not to hit that button you did last time, honey.
Yes, that will be the goal. Come on. Get a touch more over. Just a touch more over.
75 for SRB separation.
And boom, there they go. And they smack into each other.
I can't see because the big blue ball.
Damn it.
Oh,
Quit falling over.
Oh.
Quit falling over. There you go. Stay at 70. Just stay at 70, will you? The aerodynamics will catch up.
Maintain control.
I got it. We got it. We're good. We're cruising. When we're done with this stage, we should have... actually, once I crack the atmosphere, we will throttle.
Ascent seems nominal. Chamber pressure nominal.
I always do the wrong direction on the roll, though. Alright, we're cracking the atmosphere. Let's save the rest of our fuel for maneuvers. And this is where I hit staging instead of throttle off.
Oh.
So, now back on the map.
Standing by for arrow escape and arrow shell drop.
Should we do that before we try this maneuver? I mean, there's only like 3 minutes to the maneuver, so let's get it planned first, and then we'll drop the arrow shell.
Now's the time to plan.
Well, there we go. Well, I guess we can do it from here, but there's no fun.
As soon as possible. If I'm telling you, that's always yes.
Deploy! Whee! Oh, that's right. We ain't got no high
Just
gain.
saved a bunch of mass and drag.
There's no drag in space.
Which drag shouldn't be an issue.
But don't tell
All that
RuPaul.
glitter.
Don't tell RuPaul there's no drag in space.
There was before.
There'll be a
All
movie.
that glitter.
There'll be a movie.
I
Alright.
love the blue eyeshadow. It's my favorite.
We're cruising over to the maneuver. There we go. Oh, don't bounce back on me. I hate
There
when it
was
does this.
before.
What, the drag in space movie of some sort? Is that what you're saying there was before?
The drag shouldn't be an issue. There was before.
Oh, yeah. Alright. We're on target, and we got 1:47 to the maneuver. Da-da-da, toodly-tee. We're out to Minmus, yes?
Are you?
See what our
Be
8-degree
rock.
offset. 8-degree offset, you say?
I'm amazed he didn't say don't die.
Yeah, well, you can't always remember to say it. Interesting how the target changes for this. Alright. Anyway, 30 seconds to the burn! 30 seconds to the staged burn. Which I always hate these because this is where it gives me the headache.
Did you like any part of spaceflight? Because you seem to hate each part.
She likes it when other people do it. Alright. We're pretty good on the attitude control. Come up on this here.
I'm talking about you, Captain.
What? Well, it's
You
just
did
the
just say
learning.
you hate this part.
Oh, it's because of the staging doesn't work when I'm on the map. And when I do a burn that it crosses the stage, I gotta go into the
You
thing.
said about every step so far, bruh.
No,
Oh, I
there are
see.
fun parts. It's a much more interesting way of learning it than formulas on a whiteboard, that's for sure.
Space is hard.
Well, that's why I always say that rocket science is not nearly as difficult as rocket engineering. The science is pretty much high school physics and algebra, or maybe whatchamacallit, calculus 1. That's good.
He said he is always a visual learner. You're always been a visual learner.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I remember telling my instructors in elementary school that if the children's television workshop was all that great, why do I have to go into a schoolroom to talk to them? Why can't they just be on my TV? Well, here it is. Only took 40 odd years. And I don't actually have a professor. Okay. In this case, it's Professor Scott Manley on YouTube. University of YouTube. What?
I love book stories and stuff but explaining a new concept like math is, to me, is just killed by his own joke. For real!
Alright. So next we must correct our angle of attack, yes? 8.9 degrees is far too much. Which is apparently not a bad westward, we did a decent angled launch for the moon, but not Minmus. Yes.
Orbital inclination correction.
That's the one. So the inclination, and I guess it's just the inclination is relative to the target, but it's also relative to the planet you're orbiting, as to whether or not you're going around the equator or you're. And let's see.
Cockeyed.
Yeah. Nope, wrong direction. Always the wrong direction first. That's how we know we're doing stuff right. Point 3, 0.3, 0.45, 0.1, 0.0. Sounds good. So many satellites. Let's see. Yeah, that I like better. I don't need to see all those satellites right now. Okay, 315 Delta V, 19-second burn, 13 minutes away. And located thusly overlapping the singular direction.
Standing by for node.
Like right above my head. Warping to next maneuver, saving 12 minutes of real time. Even on this smaller scale.
Echo and Mo's voice adds realistic calm. Cool.
I don't know why I want to fix the roll. Doesn't really matter.
Why do you want to fix the roll?
If it doesn't matter, I don't know. Not like there's anybody in there looking out a window. Alright, enough with screwing with the roll.
Because even in 2020, governments don't know what echo cancellation is.
Hey,
Google's listening. Don't even think they're not.
I don't know. I don't know if I have an echo cancellation filter in here. I'll have to check it out in a sec. Oh, we got 16 seconds to the burn.
Not America, China, or Russia. With real lives on the line. What I mean is that even the pros with real lives on the line. Might have more audio quality for mission control. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I always thought it was just because they had like a low bandwidth or low, low bandwidth connection.
They use outdated tech and software. That probably is more true.
Actually, oddly enough, the software is the most up to date. The big problem is getting the hardware updated.
Yeah.
Point 2. Not too bad. Point 2 ought to be sufficient. We're not trying to land specifically on the equator or anything like this of Minmus.
Japan knows how to do it though. Japan has great video calls. Yeah, they actually started out with it though. They didn't have landlines like we did.
Yeah, that was one of the advantages of coming to a technology later. Because they just skipped over the landline system because it was big mountainous terrain. It'd been a pain to put in landlines. Excuse me. So instead they just skipped over it all and went straight to the cellular. And then all the rest of the technology since then. Let's see if we can save a little Delta V.
Well, with Japan, it's like, why would we bother with this old way? Let's make a new way with a lot of integrity. Integrity means different things, like HDTV. Oh man, HDTV. It shows me what everybody really looks like.
Right.
I'm not really into it.
It's a little.
They had it in the 70s. HGTV? HDTV?
Yeah.
HG is...
They had the higher def.
Well, your TV was the highest def you could get.
Well, no,
Right?
yeah, what he's saying is that because they skipped the earlier
Japan.
broadcast
Blah, blah,
standards.
blah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, since they skipped the earlier broadcast standards, they could immediately start off with the higher def. We started with one particular radio standard, and then that radio standard became the de facto standard. Oh, no, hey, we're going to run into the moon.
Scan systems, more competitive digital, progressive scan, etc., S video, and more. Oh, that's me.
Well, don't want to run into the moon, do we? This is... Huh? There we go. Whew. Some days this thing's annoying. It just gets out of hand.
Pilot sounds.
Whatever. I'll just do the clickety click 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 version.
Lizard sounds. Strange lizard
There.
sounds.
due to clickety. Alright, so we avoid the Mun on our way to Minmus, 860 Delta V. We got 2411 left. Specifically 39-second burn out of 45 in the transfer stage. I was hoping to save some Delta V.
So what's RPE at Minmus? Harry Apple.
1.3
Otherwise, the
million.
stage looks good.
1.3 million on the Perry. Oh, that's right, I hit all the satellites. I forgot.
$1 million, kinda far, but the approach angle is fine.
Alright. Well, we'll go for that. We will go for that. Whoa, no. We can do.
I can go for that. Oh.
And in this case, we're back on targeting Minmus
Don't
like we
forget
did
to
last time.
re-enable stats on the overview.
Re-enable stats on the overview. You mean this guy?
You almost did. You hit the stats.
You mean that? And like that? The orbit stats? Ooh, maneuver stats.
Ooh,
Oh, that's where this
stats.
is.
Ooh.
That's where this is. I was trying to figure out where I could get to maneuver the maneuver node without having to click on a stupid thing. That's been a pain.
Not stat.
Sat.
Sat.
Debris. There
That's
they are. Satellites. We're kind of far out, but
Yes. There you go.
I'm glad this is easier to find. $500,000. $500,000 sounds better.
We said $1 million looks kind of far. Looks good.
Alright. So, now we are back over to us.
$500,000 looks good.
We are going to warpish to next maneuverish.
Almost tap something else.
Alright, close that though.
Why are you warping so quick?
I am warping to the next maneuver, which brings me to 1 minute to the maneuver. $39-second burn in 53 seconds.
He's doing a
We
controlled
are
warp.
aligned.
I don't like all that, you know that.
But it's controlled warp.
Nothing is controlled in your world. Calm down.
Yeah,
Manual
man.
warp is the one that should scare you. Everything scares me. Let's just get that straight.
Space is a scary space.
Space is hard. You
Space
said
is
it.
no safe space. There's no safe space in space.
Space is a place of solace.
Is it?
A place of peace, but also silent death.
Lovely. Alright, we're going full
Hey.
throttle in 5,
It is indifferent to humans.
2, 1, full throttle.
We are but insects on a stone. Water billows.
Yeah, we're all the water bears.
Except for we need oxygen.
Yeah, well, they got all sorts of specialty features, them water bears.
We're actually probably insects in an ocean, because anything that looks at us thinks we have more water. very slow.
Yes.
Why is it so slow?
What do you mean? It's always slow up until it's really fast.
Ah, you really want it to be fast? No, I'm just asking a question.
Oh, did I get there?
You went past it.
I think I went past it.
Like catching
Dang
a
it.
bullet. Yeah. No.
Dinged it. Nah.
You went past it by just a little bit.
Should we just retro target real quick?
Yes. Prepare mid-course correction.
Or
I would
wing it.
prepare a node.
There we go. I winged it.
I winged it.
I winged it, and then we don't have to prepare a node. I'm really close to the moon, though.
PE, periapsis.
Minmus,
So
come back
we
here.
don't have to prepare a node.
Well, we might need
'Cause
another
it's
node.
such a hassle. With that
Hey,
face.
812. Not horrible. not a horrible one after all.
Not the worst.
Well, that's all we're going for,
Go
is not
for
the worst.
encounter.
Alright, so we gotta get all the way out to this encounter, yes? Minmus encounter. Warp to the Minmus encounter.
Oh lord.
Whee! And here comes Minmus.
Minus 12 days.
Yeah, 12 days. Isn't it like a 6-hour day, though? 6 hours in our time is their day. Something like that.
Shrug.
Alright. Wow. Alright. Were we not supposed to go past the Apo? Since the Minmus encounter is over here?
Standing by for gravity capture.
Alright. Let me double check this real quick. Let me make sure we're... Yeah, we're hibernating warp. Okay, good. Cool.
This still confuses you, doesn't it? Yes, it does.
What?
100, dude. 100.
What do you mean?
Me.
Oh.
He's not talking to you, he's talking to me.
So we're flying this big old purple arc, right? See us flying this big old
Both.
purple arc? Well, I get the general idea. It's just, it's a weird presentation to me, is all. You know. So we're cruising along this big purple arc. Are unsure. We're gonna get to this in Minmus. When we get to this point, Minmus will be so close to us that we're gonna be sucked toward Minmus and suddenly change course.
You are the captain. At least pretend to be confident. I shall guide you thusly.
Alright, so we're gonna speed it up so we can see the encounter happen. Oof. Boy, it takes a long time to get anywhere in space.
No manual warp. 1,000 times warp. Never manual warp.
Alright. Well, I'll stop doing it here just a minute about... Okay, there. You're saying I should just click
Warp
here and say warp here.
Equals mortis. Rigor.
Rigor mortis. So see how the brown line's lining up here? There we go.
Brown line.
See, this is our line, so we came along this arc, right? But then because Minmus came up to us, right?
Yeah.
Let's zoom in some more. So we're going to be pulled off of this path by the gravity of Minmus.
Anytime you can warp to port. Yep, he said.
So, like,
Gravity
if
capture.
we warp there. So then now we've been drugged off to Minmus. Right? So now we're going to go at the periapsis. We're going to add a maneuver. We're going to retrograde until we get into an orbit. Yes. Not that kind of orbit, but an
Go
orbit.
for Minmus capture burn.
Let's. I don't want to have to use my lander. Can I get into an orbit without the lander fuel? Doesn't look like it. Dang it. At least Minmus is very, very low. Well, I should probably go for a direct landing, yes? Or no?
And you wanted to do this on the moon.
Well, I need more fuel. I need more fuel for the moon. Let's just go that far. Get in the orbit and then decide.
More
Let's
fuel,
see.
more pow!
589. Let's
More experience. We need more experience. That's what I've been talking
Well,
about
yeah.
all day.
well, right. We get more experience once we start sacrificing Kerbals.
I don't want to sacrifice Kerbals.
Well, that's why we're practicing without the Kerbals. All right.
It's rude to kill Kerbals.
Warping to next maneuver.
You don't have to sacrifice.
We don't have to. Alright. Luckily, our target node is right about here, too. Alright. 50 seconds to a 7-second burn. And if we go a little too much, we'll just end up landing early.
Go for orbital insertion burn. Ouch.
37 seconds.
Avoid emergency landing.
Yeah, ideally.
There's not a lot of people online tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting sick of it.
Being online? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could probably get
started
away
the
with it
timer a
on
little
the
late.
Minmus, nowhere else. Maybe Gilly.
won't let me stage unless I'm in this mode.
Do it.
Again, won't let me stage. Ah, dang it. Why won't it let me stage?
You should know then.
Well, 8,000, 8
Since it
kilometers.
always does it.
I know, but I can't go back and forth all that easily. Well, that's going to be a quick flyby.
Jesus, are you sure you're not gonna slam into the freaking M is map view, right?
Well, it's B on my controller, but yes. Me, I suppose. Guess we'll come cruise by and see where to land.
Hope you don't get smacked into it. So that should be instant to switch.
Yeah.
It
But
should be if he uses
it
keyboard and
does.
stuff, but he doesn't. He uses a
No,
controller.
it's not just that. It's that the
Yeah, I suppose my translation of God, what am I doing?
No, it's that when I go from map view to ship view, there's this delay while they zoom in on the ship before you can stage. And then you stage, and then you kick back to map. In that case, I probably should have throttled back first, so that I wasn't going quite so hard on it. That's what the main issue was.
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah, that's the thing.
Alright, so maybe we try and land on this little flat spot
Speed
over here.
issue. That's just how it works.
Let's see.
We can plan for it.
What? Did I like disable my satellites by turning them off?
Hi, new person in the room.
How does that work? I'm on this far side of Minmus here.
Far side. No contact on the far side.
There's my... I suppose so. I thought even with all my
I suppose
satellites...
so. Line of sight is broken. Or line of sight broken.
Really? There seems to be an awful lot of possible lines of sight. I see that one. I see that one.
But what you see and what is.
Yeah, true.
Communications are insufficient.
Now, let's kill this thing.
Your antennae deployed?
As deployed as it gets.
It's as deployed as it gets. That is not good.
Well, we need to come closer to our comms link, I guess.
Is that a yes or a no?
Oh, I don't believe
he said it was deployed.
I don't believe they deploy.
Deployed as it gets?
What?
No comms. Everybody's coming in because you have no comms. Hi, everybody!
What? What happened to my antennae? Yeah,
Zero
exactly.
Antennae.
What happened to my antennae? What happened to you, Mr. Antennae?
Shoulda checked. This is your responsibility. You don't do any checks.
No, this is because we keep fiddle farting with the rocket.
I expect a full report on my desk in the morning.
Let us observe the goo.
Don't observe the goo, for the love of God.
Let us observe the other goo.
Oh, what else can he do? I don't know. Apparently, that's all he knows how to do.
Apparently, that's all there's.
Goo.
I don't know what happened. This is from screwing around with the spacecraft.
Space putty. See if anything come up on your space putty, like from the newspapers, the funny pages.
I put out the gear.
I'll put out the gear because you're in space. You need the gear out.
I don't know what happened with the stupid antenna. What the hell? We must have used the wrong spaceship. We must have used the wrong spaceship.
Always check. No matter what you do.
You should be able to trust a previous design, not have to go frickin' fiddle farting with it.
Even when you don't modify anything. He's the modifier. Trust is for the dead.
Let's see. Where am I? Well, I can't do much of anything this far out of comms range.
Trust no one, not even yourself, alien.
Alien shooting
gun,
alien. What?
Alien. Laser, phaser gun.
Let's see. I can't change orientation. I guess I can toggle the SAS. That don't matter because odd what you can control. So what to do? What to do?
What to do? What to do? I have a few suggestions. Okay, let's hear them.
Shorter reverting. Well, how did I have any communications whatsoever?
Stand by for a comm connection or revert.
I was going to say, we had to have some comms before. Let's see if we warp into comms here. Or we'll warp for a little while to get closer to the satellites anyway.
Somebody thought you were going to crash and they left. You could just orbit around till you get close enough to another sat.
That's what we're doing.
You only had comms because you were in carbon orbit.
Let's see. So much for the comlink satellites, huh?
So as you moved away, the
Yeah.
signal died.
Clearly.
No antenna.
There's Kerbin way back there.
Mission off nominal.
Off nominal. Just a little bit. But for some reason I can still turn
Wow.
off my engine.
So far.
I can't point myself in any direction, but I can fire the engine. So let's just shoot myself into deep space.
You still have delayed control.
Delayed control? Doesn't look like I have any.
Deep space injection. I like that.
Might as well. Let's just blow this hunk of
Go
dirt.
for disposal burn. Everybody likes to watch you burn. There's 5 people in here. Hi, everybody.
Well, let's so see where it goes. Blowing the wad. Let's see what the map looks like.
Oh.
See my purple orbit?
It's going.
Oh, we are now orbiting the sun. Well,
Zoom way out.
there we are. We're in solar orbit about the sun. Orbiting with the rest of them. Along with Mr. Hammer Time Again, who's been up there for I don't know how long.
Probably near overheating zone.
The moon.
This did not go anything like we had planned tonight,
No,
did it, baby?
no. First we had the premature staging. The, what do you call it? Premature stageration.
First it was, he's going to break it down, Foxy Brown, for us. Melted Clown. First it was, thinking the moon was Minmus.
No, I didn't think it was Minmus. I just thought I'd go to the moon instead.
Second, staging failure.
Ah, it's such a horrible day.
Third,
Failing to
to
abort.
abort.
Well,
Fourth,
I could abort this one back to launch, or let's go back to the vehicle building, I guess.
fourth, failure to maintain flight design. Fifth, etc., etc., etc.
Control node locked.
A lot of people came in to see you smash into something.
And instead I'm flying out into oblivion. Yay! What is this? Minmus escape. And then I go out here, and then there's Kerbin escape.
Hi, everybody new.
Come to watch us fly away. Let's warp for a while just for giggles. Won't let me go faster than that for some reason.
I've been doing a bunch of Capcom for a bunch of people, so I've been getting like a little extra punchy and precise.
Whee! We're flying. Alright. Let's see. Revertish flight. Revert to the vehicle assembly building.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Why do you not have any antennae? What is wrong with you?
Okay, so.
You crazy. You ain't got no... What is wrong with him? Ain't got no science. Has no thermos thermometer.
I'm gonna need you to pay attention. And ain't got no antenna. Ain't you got no antenna?
Why not, Tina? I'll put a little pressure dingus. Now
What's
we'll
a
get
pressure
the
dingus for?
comms. Get this. The pressure gauge. Let's Put 4 antenna on this guy.
Barometer, pressure dingus.
Well, isn't that correct? Extend antennae.
Thermometer, pressure dongo. Dongle. Oh, we know what it is. Hi, new people.
Woo! Spiky rocket.
Ooh. Did you put an antenna on it?
I'm putting 4 antenna on it. Because they're very lightweight. Actually, what do I got? I got
You got goo catchers?
1, 2, I got 6 panels.
Use the 16S, please.
The 16S.
You just have one spare 16-S.
Quit. There we go.
There we go.
$16S. What?
You said. No,
I suppose.
Both.
Suppose. I don't want that many of both.
You just have a 16S spare. I suppose equals you must.
Well, versus multiples, I guess. It's much more convenient when you get the fairing to hide stuff in.
The
There we
idea
go.
is the 16S is always on and always sending a basic signal.
Alright. How about one of these high gain puppies since Minmus is so far away?
Sure, why not, right?
You said have spares. Well, we actually need the high gain to hear out there.
The 16S never needs to be deployed or messed with. It acts as an emergency link.
Alright.
Well, here comes the heater. It's going to make me
Cool.
start coughing.
Cool, we got all sorts of antennae then.
Holy hell.
Now we're antennaed up. And more science. More science!
Delta V change?
A little bit.
Because the added antenna may have changed a little.
Yeah. You're saying, are you trying to say I only need one of each? So save some weight with one of each. Yeah, I mean,
You think I can say that? It's like 12:30 at night.
0.07 tons.
Let's just fly this puppy. I say let's fly it. Let's go.
Minmus Return
2.
2.
Hi everybody.
Now with comms.
Now with comms. Did you put that? You
Yes.
should have.
So frustrating.
Okay, don't push the button.
Don't push the wrong button.
Smoke them if you got them, folks.
It's gonna be a wild ride. Guidance.
Calm
Throttle.
down now.
You ready?
Yep.
And the countdown has begun. Tiddly-dee-dee. 5, 3, 1. Do it.
Feeling strange of omen. There's no 666 Damians around here.
Let's do this roll program just a little earlier than I did last time. Come on now. Alright, yeah, right here.
Yeah,
you
right
go.
there, yeah.
Right
Visions
here.
of fire and frustration.
See. I hope I am doing this the right direction. Otherwise, we're going to have a lot of inclination correction to do.
Okay, there those go. Oh, you're on fire.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you got
Yeah,
some rotational.
There we go. There we go. Well, I hope I got it the right direction
You
of
will
the
have
inclination
a lot
correction.
of inclination.
Well, the question is it in the right direction? Did I compensate for the 7 degrees or make it worse? That's my concern.
Isn't there a way that you could look out further
We're
that would...
we're about to. All right, we're across the atmosphere.
Shrug accidental.
Deploy. I hear a puppy having a dream.
I hear my boy having a nightmare.
Or something. Come on, antenna, highlight. This is frustrating. What was this about action groups? I need to look into that more. Alright, off to the map. Get this Apo burn in place. $123 and $264. I've upgraded it once. I don't know if I've upgraded it enough. Two minutes to the burn. Let's quickly go out to Minmus. Set as target. Let's see. 12 degrees. I screwed it up. Went the wrong direction.
Did you?
Yep. Oh well. We'll have a lot more inclination correction, but I thought I was going the right angle.
That
Go
must be
Ingles.
configured on the ground.
Yeah, the action groups. I upgraded the VAB once. I don't know if I've upgraded it enough. Not sure how many times you can upgrade it for that. Come on, you.
I think you might have them.
Yeah, I'll check into it, because that should make things a little easier. Alright, 1 minute 50 seconds to the Apo burn. Orbital insertion burn.
Those action groups being great for antennae, deployment groups, solar panels, etc.
Alright. Warp to next maneuver. And let's see, now this one's a minute 24 burn, so I have a little bit more time to pop in and out of the map view. Let's get this in a better map view for that matter. "32 seconds! So 1 minute burn, we might start slightly early. About 3 seconds early, I'm thinking. Just cause. Not just cause, but maybe. We'll see how well it works. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, we're on guidance. We're gonna have to stage before we stop. So let's go back to the view. Get past the staging.
How can you stop?
And we go back to map.
Oh.
There we go. Last time it was just too short a burn with the staging in the middle. I should have used a lower throttle. Lengthen the burn. But we're doing good now. We're just cruising right along. When things change, they change rapidly. When you get near the end, that's why I start throttling back at about 8-9 seconds. And that keeps adding it, making it back to 8 or 9 seconds. There we go.
And it just went away.
Yeah, there we go. So, luckily, this is one of the less critical burns, because we're just getting into a reasonable orbit. 12 degrees, holy patchouli. Holy patchouli. It's an awful lot of degrees. Actually,
it's the first orbit in
maneuver.
a way, not that important, and in another way, the most important of them all.
Going too far. Negative 3.9. Negative 4. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Negative 0.5. 0.4.
No matter how hard it is for you, it's way harder for someone else to do it. Remember.
Always such a touchy.
There's times like these I wish I knew how to play my ukulele so I could sing you a song when it's so stressful.
There we go. Nice 0 degree. 27-second burn. What a waste. Blowing my Delta V here. 514 of the Delta V out of my 20-some hundred. Hey, oh well. Alright, so there's my maneuver. Let's see, get where I like a good view of this. Alright. Warping to next maneuver.
Oh.
Alright, so the goal is to flatten this out. Bring the orbits in line. Let us get into our appropriate pointing direction. Hey!
Good morning.
How's it doing in Germany with all this isolation stuff?
I haven't heard anything about Germany.
Man,
How is
really,
Germany?
Either. Been a while since I was in Hamburg and Buxtehude. This is one of my favorite towns to say.
I like it.
Here we go with our 20-some second burn.
We're so intense.
I know.
This is the third time.
I know. It's been a trip this time. It's been several trips.
3.
Negative 0.2. We're good with negative 0.2. Now off to Minmus. Ricky-tiki-tiki. Looks like the moon won't be quite in the way as much as it was last time. Ricky-tiki-tiki. I don't know where that come from. I don't know what that is or where it come from. It might be an insult to somebody. I don't know.
Every mission presents a new challenge,
Like-
even with pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, like remembering to add antennae. Actually, the mistake was believing that I had the right previous one. Ooh, boy, that's not... There we go. Well, save as much delta V as I can. Go back over here. There we go.
I think what happened was the antenna may have been mounted to the aeroshell ring. So when the ring was removed, the antenna was removed as well.
That might have been it. We'll have to look at the old model and see.
Totally could have.
Sounds plausible. Alright, 31-second burn in 31 minutes. Oh, warping to next maneuver.
Adjust timing, move maneuver a bit, and watch Minmus PE.
But I already warped to the next maneuver. Now you tell me.
Focus camera on Minmus when moving.
Yeah.
I do agree with Minmus focus.
Okay, 1.3. We're good. I was getting on my target. 1.3 is sufficient to not be screwing around with it right at the moment. I'm gonna have to do that mid-staging. At least it's a 31-second burn. I hate that staging burn. Should I stay focused on Minmus during the burn?
Apparently, when we do our planned burn, prepare to stop, lower speed, and you'll see the orange trajectory line appear near Minmus.
Alright.
Dreadloop also says yes. Continue burn. Target.
There we go. What happened? It flashed by me. You dang it.
Well,
Where are we? Ah!
exit by
Dang it.
turn retro. Possibly calibrate engine, reduce thrust. Clamp to 25. Burn slow.
There we go. Alright. Fancy, quick little correction there with less throttle. So, we are
I sense a
500,000.
disturbance.
500,000. Now we're good. Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, being focused, on the target rather than this intercept orbit was not
Hello,
very useful for me.
Caution, Captain.
This would result in a clockwise orbit. Okay.
We would want a clockwise orbit.
I don't
right?
know. Do we? Do I care at the moment? Right now, I just want to get there and land. I'll be happy if I can repeat the success of last time, much less freaking get back at this point. I'll be happy if I can land. Come back here, you. Minmus encounter. Warp to there. Whee! At least we have comms.
We must work to prevent workload overload.
Whee! Flying along. Here come Minmus. Alright. That's going to be interesting. Minmus escape. There's our Minmus parry. So, if we don't retro, we're just gonna blow right by it.
Standing by for Minmus encounter. What kind of encounter are you going to have with it?
A gravitational one.
And then what? Are we gonna touch down?
There it goes.
Here it comes.
So. We hope to touch down. Yes. Not like that though.
Standard orbital insertion.
About to there, maybe. We can circularize it a little bit. Go angles, eh? Look at that.
Oh, angle.
Clockwise and at an angle to everything else.
Oh, wow. That's some steep inclination. Interesting.
Well, we will land on a different part of the. Oh, look at there doesn't seem to be nice flat spots. I
Deal
guess.
with it later.
Yeah. Well, let's get into orbit first, and then we can deal with it. 7-second burn. We're gonna be very light and touchy.
Go for AP orbit retro fire.
Alright, it's a 7-second burn, but I'm going to not burn at full throttle, so as to be more accurate, and to not have a finger on the full throttle button.
Smart.
So maybe we
Nice
start
and gentle.
a few seconds early, right? Maybe at, we'll start at 7 seconds. But incremental, nice like. Yes, I like plan. Everybody
Yeah.
cool with the plan?
Yeah. You need a pretty much decent amount to start, then throttle back accordingly.
Oh, that was a little too much throttle back. Close enough. That's good enough for this one. Alright, we are in orbit about Minmus.
Orbital. Welcome to Minmus.
And I believe we have already
Done everything.
done various goo in orbit about Minmus. And now we figure out where to land. So let's
So orbital considerations, landing considerations.
yes, well, we want to shrink our orbit a bit so that we can take a look about where to land. As you can see, Miss Minmus is very bumpy along our path.
Yeah.
Doesn't look very
Over there it looks good.
oh, there's a flat spot.
You could land inclined if you wanted to. Yeah, no. You've seen that. We've done that twice. Rolled down the hill.
Yeah, right. Are you suggesting that we do an inclination burn to get ourselves at a better
But yes,
set of
many
landing
things
spots?
can change. What I mean is inclined in this orbit.
Well, let's see what an inclination correction would cost us delta V wise. Not you, not the ComSat.
Hi, new people in the
There we
room.
go.
Because equatorial can be easier to observe landing sites with.
Let's see. Oh, always the wrong way first. So if we did that, but we don't want to make our orbit quite so big. Doesn't look like it takes much.
That's it.
Alright. So I think right about there. Always, why is it always going back for? That would be mostly equatorial. Do I not still have it as set as target? Still had it set as the target.
Somewhat flat is fine.
Seems like it was way out there in the... way out there when it comes to the APO, though. Eh. That gets a little... Let me get it over here where it's visible.
Yeah.
Get all that out of the way. Get our fellow satellites out of the way. Alright.
31 meters
So
per
there.
second ain't that bad at all. Burn
Yeah.
time, question mark.
Yeah, let's see. .7 seconds. That's ridiculous. Time for some engine tuning. Would you say like 25 maybe? Was what I heard last. 25-ish. Now it's a 2-second burn.
12.
Yeah, maybe 12 considering.
Since it's so short.
.6 And if we do that at less than full throttle,
Or
we
lower.
should be... There we go. Now it's all nice and visible. Right? Well, there it is. that's why.
Stand by for node. Looking good.
Warp to next maneuver. Second burn. Alright. Finger is nowhere near full throttle. Even though full throttle's only 12% burn.
Hi, new people in the room.
Here we go. 20 seconds to the burn. The scorching burn. Or does it look like I'm looking at it? I can't tell. 10 seconds!
You better be looking at something.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just a touch. Just a little gentle burn. I don't want to take 30 seconds though. That means I gotta track the target too much.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
Alright. That looks pretty close. Luckily we don't have to be exact about anything on this inclination burn.
Looks good.
Alright, let's go take a look at a planet. Here, you planet. Where'd you go, planet? Oh wait, it's a moon.
You're losing
There you
people
are.
since you're not smashing into stuff.
I know, nobody likes to see me.
Now we can get into lower orbit or do a distance observation.
I was like,
Maybe
where?
dress up as an explosion?
I tried flying some stuff into the sun. There's an amazing amount of delta V necessary to get something to deorbit into the sun. Of course, you start with all that delta V of the planet, so... There we go. Now we're all nicely orientated. Alright. Lower the orbit, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to
Or do
order...
a distant observation.
Well, I think we need to lower the orbit to have some decent observations. So...
Everybody's coming back in to see if you're going to smash into it.
Alright. Yeah. So we burn up the parry to lower the epi. And then it becomes the parry. 92. Who wants to go down to like, I don't know, 75, 50 kilometers or so? That should be like way up in our window.
Go as low as 30, I'd say.
Oh, 30. Oh, that's right, 30 from the last time. Occasionally I remember these things.
30,000 being low safe.
How about 35 then? Give ourselves just a little bit of...
But remember, there's bumpy surface.
Well, let's give ourselves a little bit more of a buffer. Alright, 6-second burn at full throttle.
You've landed here before, right?
Yep,
Okay.
that's where we
Then
landed
I believe you
last
can do
time.
it again.
Oh, but only if I've done it before?
No, but if I've seen you done this before, then I know you can.
Yeah, well... Oof. Ah, 666. Ah, I gotta burn some delta V. Ah.
You can do it. It's low gravity.
Warp to next maneuver. Whee!
That's counterclockwise. And your TRW goes up as you lose fuel.
Thrust to weight ratio.
So it's sort of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. 6-second burn. Coming up on the 6-second burn. We will lower our orbit. And then we will lower the Apo after this. And we'll have a nice little circular orbit and 117 seconds of fuel. Well, we're not going terribly fast as it is.
Yeah, a nice low even observation orbit.
Finger nowhere near full throttle.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't need full throttle here for sure. Alright, 35-ish. Hey, that was pretty good. Alright, and then our parry burn. No, don't want to go that far. 36 and 35. 5-second burn. Warping the mech maneuver.
Remember comes blackout on the far side. You gotta pause me for a second.
Alright. Is it a total comms blackout? Because we have satellites.
I think so, because it's on the far side.
True, but the satellites are supposed to bounce it off for us. 30 seconds to a 5-second burn.
Just remember.
Well,
What? Never be too relaxed.
yeah. Five-second burn means we're only gonna have like
5 seconds.
2 notches. 3 notches of throttle.
This is space and it's indifferent
4 notches of throttle.
to our feelings and hopes.
We get under 10. 2-notch throttle. One notch of throttle.
Space has no hopes or feelings. That's sad.
Engine cut off.
Oof.
We got 602 left. And we got a nice little
Are you
orbit.
sweating?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know about sweat. See, we're bouncing off satellite. Yay! Ain't it good we put all them satellites up in orbit?
Okay.
See the green line?
Yes, I do.
Bouncing off satellite to
Yes,
us.
I do. I see 2 of them. Yes, I do.
Yay, satellite.
You're smart.
Yeah, well, he's the one who was saying all the comsats.
Well, he's smart. There's a good landing site right there.
That looks not bad. See, what are the other ones we got around here? This one on the far side where we landed the other
Yeah,
guy.
that's where we landed before, though.
That's
Well,
okay,
I don't
we can
mind,
land near
right?
that, and that's a nice empty lake.
Yay for ComSat networking.
That looks like a good enough place to land as
That
forever.
was in the dark.
Oh, yeah, true. It's in the dark now. Guess it wasn't last time, huh?
Which isn't that bad.
As long as we can still see the ship. Doesn't need to be
But
bright. We got
the
lots
landing
of...
shadow is kind of useful.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got plenty of charge. Well, let's land on the other side then. Oh, bumpy other side.
Take it to the other side.
Well, maybe we just land in this here sea.
Accurate altimeter in low gravity. That's a good place too. I don't know.
That looks decent.
Why can't we go there?
I don't know.
Observe from the ship.
Oh yeah, let's take a look. Yeah.
Why can't we go there?
Well, we've passed it at the moment, but we're going the other direction. But
When you come back.
let's see, Mr. Kerbanet, what they got going.
Nothing there. Oh, showsies, but can't you drop a thing over there?
Yeah. Where would it be? Is it there?
Waypoint, down there at the right.
Alright, and let's see where that is on the map. That's not where I wanted it to be, but...
No, not there, but over
No.
there.
Well, unfortunately, the...
Can't move them.
let's see... I'm kind of running out of view. Let's,
Yeah, you're gonna have
let's
to come
orbit
back to
around.
it.
Warp around the orbit. Whee! Alright.
Then you coming back up to it, or you work past it again?
Oh, I went a little past it, but...
Why did you do that?
Let's see, is it that area that would be it?
No.
Oh, that's the other target.
Yeah.
Hmm. Place the waypoint so I can see where that is versus the other one.
Don't forget to regularly refresh as you orbit. Yeah, I think that's
Interesting.
more like it.
Interesting.
Oh,
that
no,
actually...
that's the other way.
Well, no, I don't really want any of these. I was just trying to get an idea of where they were relative to this screen. That actually makes it a little easier. I don't know what the grid's good for. Alright.
I don't know what to. Don't forget to regularly refresh as you orbit means. You
This
lost a
button.
whole lot of people doing all that, by the way.
This button down here. Yeah, they all want to see me burn up.
Yep.
There's no atmosphere to burn up, so they don't care. Science? I don't know.
Science.
We can try and do some science here. I think we've already observed Mr. U in orbit, though. Let's see. Yeah, we've already observed it in orbit. And on the surface, for that matter. Are we still in space? Does the pressure data show anything? Nope. Yeah, so much for the science. Not much science options here. Suppose we can throw out the gear before we forget it. Not forget the gear.
That people who see science and they don't like it. Erg, fire good.
Yeah.
Ugh, fire good.
Science
Science
bad.
boring.
Alright. Put Kerbanet over there.
I think it's kind of funny, actually.
We gotta go over, let's observe from about there. Whee! Now refresh.
What they don't understand is that fire is science. Science fire make rocket go fastly.
Well, I'm not seeing much good spots to land on the lit up side. It's all pretty
No,
bumpily.
It's bumpily. What's that?
This is the not so lit up side.
Looks
it's
lit
not,
up to me.
It's not completely in the dark. Oh.
Could be a cool guy and land on the top of the bubbly mesa. No.
No, it's not. We want to land like maybe-ish in this general vicinity.
Sure, why not?
So we're gonna warp to here and retrofire and come to a stop, right? That's what you said? Just retrofire until you stop orbit and then just drop out of the sky?
That's what he said before.
That's
Last
what I
time.
remember.
Land on the glass sand flatland. Stop and drop.
Yep.
Stop. Drop.
Alright, let's take a look from where are you? Where are you, Moon? Alright, we are not retro. Oop. Get our butt into retro.
Looks like you better hurry.
Yeah, right. Alright. I'll start
like
slowing ourselves down. And we've only got 12. Woo, nice little
You might
Reboot
want to
engines.
reboost engines.
Alright.
But I think they're fine.
Well, I want to have full throttle ability just in case I need to escape, right?
Since gravity is so low.
I just got to stay off
I don't think you do. Since you panic burn.
What? Panic burn.
Panic schmanic.
I'm in orbit at 50 meters per second.
I like that face. Oh.
There we go.
Since you panic burn.
Panic
Switch
burn.
to surface altimeter and surface velocity.
Yes, this is true. There we go. Where's my retro marker? Alright, so it looks like I'm going to be landing.
Stand by for descent.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to angle downward.
You're still very high up.
Only 36 kilometers. Really, eventually, I just want to be...
That says meters.
It's 36,000 meters, so 36 kilometers.
Excuse me. I don't know that crap.
Kilometers. I don't know, is that high? 36 kilometers.
Only 36 kilometers.
That doesn't sound super high.
Crap. Units of 10.
You know,
that's what my brain says.
I think the problem is not so much the question of the units or any of that. It's that it's not relatable to anything. You know, you grow up relating an inch to your thumb and a yard to half, you know, from your chest to the tip of your finger, things like this. And meters and so forth don't seem relative to anything.
I don't have room in my brain, typical American excuses. I don't have room in my brain for some other new numbering system. Ugh, magic bad.
Well, I don't think that it's bad. Now, there is
He
an
knows
argument.
it. He understands it. All of that stuff.
I use it
just
for
don't get
sciencey
it.
stuff. I use it for all the sciencey stuff, but let's see. Are we actually going to? Are we still a bit lateral?
If you can count to 10, you can metric most of the time. No.
Right, but if I gave you a meter and told you to point me to the try this for a second, though. Sorry, I'm trying a thing. Trying to march this up. Let's just not do that for the moment. Okay. So, if I gave you a meter, and I told you point to a 1/3 of a meter, you would not be able to do it exactly. But you can divide a foot into thirds, because it's base 12. So that's why they chose base 12. That's why we have base 60 in degrees. It's because it has far greater number of even divisors.
But I can just point at 1/3 of a stick.
1/3 of a stick. Well, but you can't find it. It's 33 1/3 centimeters. Right? So it's 33
And a third
333 millimeters.
You said
By
point
1/3 of a
on
meter.
the meter. And
Right. Versus, and also, you would have to break up, so let's say, break the stick at into thirds. Where are the markers to make sure they're even? Versus a foot, which is got 12-inch marks on it. So that's actually why we have all these bases, these other bases of measure. It was all for the easy division. Of course, most of it was created for monetary reasons, right? So the base 10 is convenient and useful, and makes a lot of sense for science things.
Imperial unit apologist.
Well, there is the case for the Imperial units I had seen, and that's part of it.
I don't know no numbered scheme about meters.
There we go. Now we're dropping.
Because it's metric, because it's what everyone in the world uses. Not everyone.
Oh yeah, go to England. Yeah, they use metric. And everything else. It's worse. It's so many yards to the next exit. And people are feet and inches tall. But it's kilometers to the next town. It's all sort of confused over in England.
Because at one time we used feet. Killed that robot. R.I.P.
Oh, yeah.
Mars Polar Lander.
Yeah, where they did that problem.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
The meters to feet conversion. Alright, now we're just like nice, gently dropping straight down. Now if you do is...
from 28,765.
28,000, yeah. But we've got zero lateral.
Rockets to...
Hmm?
Do you have rockets so that you can really stock or so?
Well, we've got 9 seconds of full throttle burn left, but we're not going to go full throttle.
Save as much fuel as possible.
Yeah. So now, we're only really worried if we get our surface speed up to
Everybody took off because they know you're not going to smash into it.
Oh, ye of little faith. Strong puff near the end to save yourself.
Do a pretty strong puff near the surface and save yourself.
Well, we're not accelerating all that quickly, of course. Low mass body that it is. I don't think we're going to make a return, though.
Not tonight.
We might be able to jump back up into orbit, but I don't know that we'll have enough fuel to get back.
2.5 hours is about my limit, so
yeah, I know.
That's only 15 minutes away.
But we only tried a little bit.
But surface speed of like 200 meters per second is kind of safe on Minmus because it's lower gravity.
Well, then we'll just kind of let it relax and warp. I'm kidding.
Don't warp.
I'm kidding. Actually, it looks like we do have just a touch lateral.
Through time.
Does look like we have just a little bit of lateral. I'm just going to try and zero out this lateral.
Travels to Kerbal 3.
Come on, you. There you are. Now we got 0.0 lateral. I think. Yeah, right?
Would be tremendous. I love VR.
I have some virtual reality from a century ago. This is the stereo viewer cards of World War One and a trip around the world and all this kind of thing.
Right? Fly
Yeah.
me to the moon. And
But we're
let
going to
me
Minmus, not the moon.
gaze among the stars.
Waiting for my descent suicide burn, I guess. I don't want to bounce. That's why I'm all worried about the speed. Spend all this time slowly landing.
Pictures of the moon tonight. Someone go back in time and destroy everything by telling Frank about Minmus. I think he was too drunk. I don't think he cared.
My lateral was reintroduced for some reason.
Let her drift.
Alright.
Not into that thing over there, I hope.
No, I was not gonna drift that far. He's going mostly straight down.
You ain't going nowhere soon.
Going almost directly straight down. Nice little clearing. Is it the slowest possible?
It is this is like a feather in Jupiter.
You're saying it's the slowest possible descent. This configuration, not this particular performance.
Maybe this particular performance.
It does seem to be taking a while to gently land. But oh so gently land. Should we do a touch and go? As soon as I land, just take off immediately?
And do a blast. I mean, most people just zoom down and do a blast, but I don't know.
Alright, well, we're not, my speed's not so bad, so. If my
That's
speed
not
were,
going to make it back to anything, right?
it might make it back into orbit. I don't know that we have enough fuel to get back to Kerbin.
Like they.
Yeah, but suicide burn tends to go bluey.
I don't know about
Yeah.
orbit until we land.
Depends on how much we burn up landing. We're at 7,000.
Suicide burn doesn't
I know.
actually mean destroying the vessel.
I know it doesn't, other than not being able to do it correctly.
It just means that if it doesn't work, you die.
Exactly.
6,000, 5,000, 5.
We're under 100. Or 100, over 100 rather. At 1,000, we're gonna give it a burst and see what we get. I gotta have some sort of target to go by.
Shed some speed. Get to like 50.
36. With only 2,000 to go.
Do not max.
There's a
Flex
landing
power,
shadow.
Internal sorrow. Eternal, not internal.
Landing shadow.
That should be a movie title. Landing shadow. Gently.
Ah, floated.
Let her drift.
I floated.
Why are you floating?
I floated. Whatever. We're
Why?
letting it drift. There we go. Yay! We're down on Minmus.
Yay!
Second successful landing on Minmus. Yay!
Yay!
See if there's any more value to this here. Let's kill the SAS so we're not wasting power.
Shut down engine yet.
We will shut down engine for now. Let's do some science. See. Nothing if we transmit it back because we already did it.
Observe terrain.
Observe terrain. How do we go about doing that? Is it on the capsule? Yeah.
I did see observe on something that you just looked at.
Observe terrain.
Look around, silly.
Oh. What about it? It looked flat.
It's flat.
The
That's where
lunar
you landed
lander
before, right there.
is only 20 kilometers away. Hey, that's pretty good.
Is that where you were supposed to land, or that's where you landed before?
Well,
Oh, there's a boob. I mean,
a
mound.
boob. We were trying to land somewhere near where we were before, and 20 kilometers is pretty good for being, you know, up to
Look around.
bajillion kilometers away.
I like this view.
Like there with the little mountain in the background. Where's the sun? Oh, there we
Good
go.
space look.
There we go.
I like
Oh,
that.
there we go. Let's just
The
get rid of
Milky
that
Way. What's it called there?
thing.
Buttermilk Way.
Yeah, right?
Good place to set
Except
a
that you would
land
just-
speed record.
You would just lift right off, wouldn't you? This is the first place that you could drive up a hill into orbit. You could just land a lander. Okay, here's a challenge. Get a lander on Minmus that you can cruise up this hill and fly into orbit from the lander.
Get a rover up to 200 miles plus. Here, I'm not kidding.
With
Oh,
that-
that's cool.
I don't know what miles per hour are.
Ah.
Eh. But can we get to escape velocity by driving a car off of Minmus?
You're so cute. 90 meters per second. He's so cute when he tries to be a smart aleck.
Where is the sun? I'm not seeing it.
I don't see any sun. It must be under you or above
Yeah, or just I can't look up so
you.
much.
You can't look up?
Well, this is about as much, like that, and then it browns out.
Oh.
All right. So we're standing here with our satellite with our hands out like this. So, well, I guess because the engine's shut down, it doesn't tell me. But let's see. If we activate the engine, okay.
For what?
So we've got 243 meters per second. Is that enough to get off Minmus and then back into orbit, or are we just going to end up crashing into Minmus? Because maybe if we're launching from Minmus and flying about Minmus, we can observe
Ensure
mystery
the
goo.
engine is at 0 throttle before restart.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, we're 0 throttle. Because I don't think it would take much, would it, to get up?
But then what?
I don't know. We were gonna try and this is Minmus Return. We were gonna try and return to
I
Kerbal.
know, but that's not reality based now.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of reality it's based on, but so, are we ready to try that?
Ain't no way it's coming back to Kerbal. I don't think.
I don't think so either, but maybe we can get it back into orbit and
Not
there'll be another
safely.
ComSat. We got one sitting on the surface as it is. Plus, I might be able to quickly collect science on the ascent, and it be something different. It might be.
It's not going to be any different. Why would it be different?
Because I would be flying on
Use
Minmus.
surface column.
Oh, you're just gonna tell me to leave it there, aren't you?
That's true. You could do a hop.
Think I could jump up, test all this, collect it, and then land safely again? Mrrr. I don't know.
Like to a new location.
Let's see,
I
we
think
got.
that seems like a pipe dream off the flatland.
Well, we've got a lot of flat land around us. All we want to do is fire straight up, coast a little, collect
boy.
data,
On that
transmit
hill.
it.
Nearby hill. He crazy.
I don't want to land on the hill.
Look
necessarily.
around for a nearby thing.
A nearby thing.
It's only the Booby Hill right there. That's the
Yeah.
nearest biased thingest.
Well, I guess we could aim to go back towards Minmus Lander. But why would we close the distance between
That
our
is-
communications, right? Booby
Blank
Hill.
Hill. Booby Hill.
You want to go over to Booby Hill? I don't want to land on a hill. I just want to jump up enough to collect some science and land safely
You
and
can
be
do
a nice
it. Then
combat.
just do it. You're
Just
the
do it.
captain.
You gotta learn somehow. Well, let's
You
see.
gotta do a safe hop. Just do it.
Let's give her. What do you
You're
think?
the captain.
What speed should we cut off at? We don't want to break orbit, or we don't want to escape. So we're gonna give it
10
10?
meters per second.
all right.
Just
Firing
a baby
in
hop.
3, 2, 1.
Oh boy.
And engine cutoff. Log pressure data. Not worth anything. Log temperature data. Not worth some stuff. Transmit data. Observe mystery goo. Not worth nothing.
Okay,
Alright.
we got one thing. That's better than
We got one
nothing.
thing, better than nothing. Now we gotta land safely.
What's just gonna come back down?
Hop science complete.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and we're not going terribly fast, so we don't necessarily have to burn a lot of fuel to
It's
slow
coming
ourselves
down.
back down.
It's coming down pretty quick though. Don't smash. Just a tiny micro puff.
Should be sufficient.
Little Sanrio surprise. Boom. Yay!
Alright, we got a little bit more data science out of that.
Safe landed. I'm extremely impressed.
Nothing on the surface. Nothing on the surface.
You could ... do one more hop for what? To the boob.
To the boob.
You're gonna
All
die
right.
anyway, but what if you don't die and leave it there?
Well, so we got some data because we transmitted it back.
Yeah.
We're sitting here letting it charge a little bit.
Yeah.
If we hop forward, go up and then over forward and then try and land on the boob.
Or save the lander for later since it acts as a surface column.
Right. If we attempt to land on a boob, if we succeed, it's a surface comm. And maybe we get mystery goo science, which is usually very good. Lots of.
Why would you get mystery goose science? You might
Because
get
we're-
science from Booby Hill. Or
Or
not.
not. Yeah, from the hills versus the flatlands
How
of
come it doesn't let you
Minmus.
say booby?
I don't know. It's, weird. Alright. So, that's going to be the try. We're going to go
Alright,
towards
try it.
Booby Hill here.
That's it. This is my last hurrah.
Alright.
And then
Let's
I'm
see.
done.
So we need about 20 meters per second.
Oh,
Alright.
boy. I have a bad feeling about this. Quick save, he says.
Oh, now you tell me.
Yeah, it's gone, dude.
Alright, we're good. Now we tilt slightly. Nope. Oh, my orientation is all wackadoo.
You're not going to the Booby Hill. Why would you not?
There's where Booby Hill is.
quick saving
Saving
should
should
be instinct by now. It don't look like you're high enough.
Save game. That's a weird place to save the game. But anyway, I guess we'll see.
Not now, he says.
Minmus flying. Why not? Alright, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting there, maybe? We need just a touch more.
Lord!
A touch more
It's
altitude.
like opposite day.
It is never opposite day.
It's never opposite day at my house.
Alright. We want to hop up.
The hopper. I have a feeling he's gonna roll down the hill.
I'm trying to get to the top of the hill. Doesn't help that my orientation is all sideways.
It's never opposite day, so it is, and isn't it? At the same time, you have more than enough.
So our retro is going to be roughly over here, yes?
I don't know what
Can
you're
we
doing.
observe Mystery Goo here? Nope. Thermometer? Nope. Pressure? Nope. Alright, let's see if we get anything different on the top of the mountain.
The hill looks more like a cat sleeping now.
Right? Let's see where we actually are. Looks like we might land up in that little spot up there. Since we jumped up, our altitude is still climbing, yet our speed is reducing.
It will take a little bit to descend.
Looks like it. We are still climbing. What's our little hop look like? Hey, there we go.
Nearing
Not
the
too
peak
bad.
of the arc.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to land on the side of that hill.
I done told you
That don't look right. It looks like we need to go a little bit more forward.
Don't do a little bit nor nothing.
Don't do a little bit more nothing. But we're gonna land on the side of the hill and be all crooked and roll down the hill. We have to get on top of the hill.
Don't do anything ever, the motto. Just die.
No, I gotta go this way. I gotta go this way some more.
Actually, my motto is live life today, we're not promised tomorrow.
And you're certainly not promised tomorrow in space. Alright, now it looks like we might actually... Yeah, that
Don't
looks like
get too much slack.
That looks like a better place to land.
Up on the top?
But yeah, rather than on the side of the hill coming down. That's not exactly the top, but once we get to the Apo, we'll retro fire to kill our lateral. And so, what is it? Time to our 50 seconds to the Apo. Yeah,
you have to
clearly.
be super duper gentle with that throttle now. Anything you do now is amplified like 100%. TRW is 103, which is kind of insane.
Thrust to weight ratio. So I've got, what is that actually as a ratio?
What does that mean?
So I weigh nothing and I have a lot of thrust. But
103
I
times
see.
powerful to launch.
As it launch?
You're going down.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, did I? I crossed
Yep.
the Apo?
Yep.
Alright. Well, now I want to be over here, but I gotta kill the lateral movement. Yes.
1 TRW, just enough to ascend. You stopped.
Yeah.
Holy heck, you have so much. 104 TRW. You have 1 second of fuel. Calibrate engine.
At full throttle, yeah.
You're upside down.
Well, I'm trying to point myself in the retro direction. And of course the retro direction is changing. Nothing on there. I guess it's really won't be until I get to the top of the hill.
You have
All right.
60
Calibrate engine, you say?
meters per second remaining delta V.
So we throw down the thrust to weight to 12. So
Engine calibration might save your life.
or my probe's life anyway. Probe life.
Since it's so incredibly low gravity and low mass now, we are landing a tissue box.
Alright, as long as we're landing on a flat spot. It doesn't look very
not
flat
a
there.
rolling spot.
We're kinda up on the hill, but it's still, I'm not sure we're gonna make it onto that next bit. I don't think we're making it to the top of the hill.
No.
So, do we want to try and make it to the top of the hill?
Can cancel our lat as gentle as humanly possible at like 1%.
Ah.
I think you got it though.
Alright.
Then 5% of descent control. Hey, I told Brian Neal,
Niemeyer,
yeah, about you being on Twitch, and now he's on Twitch.
I suppose. I imagined he would have been on Twitch far more likely. Or far long ago.
No.
No, that is the wrong number.
Nose down to cancel lat. Power. People are coming in to see if you're gonna die.
Ah, I'm out of
Prepare
fuel.
for landing.
Ah, I'm out of fuel. I got no fuel. I'm going fast. Land. Just don't die. Ah, I blew up on landing.
Oh.
Ah, I lost a landing leg. Well, let's see what we're doing. See,
Not destroyed.
not destroyed.
Why are you so disappointed? Why are
There we
you
go.
disappointment?
There we go. Hey, look, I can just like knock him back online.
Okay, cool. You didn't die. Well, it exploded, so I didn't know. When usually explosions, he's just gonna knock it over anyway.
I'm trying to stand him back up.
Oh, that's me when I used to drink. Oh,
Yeah, drunken rock.
I'm a drunken rocket. Look at me.
I can't. All the orientation is off. Come on, stand up. Just stand up already. Look, he's just wobbling around on his surface. Why don't you stand up? Oh, nope, I hopped myself into the sky somehow.
Give me your keys.
Oh, we're upside down.
Oh, it's so good.
Come on, get
It's so
yourself
good.
oriented over.
Oh,
big-
stop moving.
Up,
Observe
upright.
science.
There we go. Alright.
Oh.
Hey, we're standing upright again.
Yay! Thanks everybody for coming in and look, he didn't die.
No, but I did blow up my engine.
Oh.
Oh well, so much for the engine. Pressure data?
She said
Yay!
science,
New
observe
pressure data.
science.
Temperature data? Yay! New temperature data. Uploading. Oh, my batteries
You
are
have no
kind of
fuel,
low.
so engine is stupid anyway.
I know. Right? Worth it blowing up an engine?
Worth it.
Alright, we're letting the battery charge a bit. Let's see. Observe the mystery
You're
goo.
so like, no. Hot, scary, no. I apologize.
Oh, done burnt up my battery. But that's okay, he's recharging.
Booby Hill was worth it. It
Woo!
was worth it. Woohoo!
We made it.
Yay!
We're not making a return, but we made it.
Yay!
Nothing like 3 attempts to...
2 hours and 41 minutes.
Third
Quick
time's
save.
the charm.
Double science, right? Right?
Not load save. Minmus. Lander 2. Alright.
F5 is quick save too.
Well, just literally under the quick save, the persistent. I like to give them names now. You said give them names.
Don't change up stuff, man. Yay!
Woohoo! Alright, I think that was good for the evening, don't
You
you?
should have both. I do too.
Hey,
I hope
clapping.
everybody stays safe. I hope we get to talk to you all on Wednesday night.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Good contingency science. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Actually, that was
we always
really fun.
want contingency
I
science.
enjoyed myself. Thank you very much
Didn't
for
die.
spending the evening
No.
with this.
We
Melted
blew up a
clouds.
couple of parts, you know, whatever. You blow up a part here, there.
Destroyed engine, but you didn't die. But did you die?
But we don't need the engine now either, right? We're just safely squatted on there. I turned off the SAS, yes, didn't I?
The Apollo 14 damaged its thruster too.
Oh, on the landing? Its descent thruster got damaged on landing? Alright.
Yeah, he's
Alright. Well, we're down on Minmus again.
awesome.
We will try for another Minmus return. We'll need more fuel, obviously.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.
Space is hard. New designs. Have a great night. Thanks for
See ya.
everything. Thank you, Melted Clowns. You're awesome, man.